Welcome back, my friends. We had Disney Day yesterday. Look at what I'm wearing today. Think about what might be today's special theme. And it is beach day. When I go to the beach, which I love to do, I like to wear my sunglasses. I'll take them off for right now because I'm not at the beach right now, am I? I like to wear my hat to protect my skin and have my soft beach towel with me. I do not have a beach story to share with you today. However, in our Google Classroom, there is one for you to follow along with. I wanted to share today a teddy bear theme from Monday's special theme day because it's one of my favorite stories. I'm sure we all know about the Three Little Bears with that Goldilocks who comes in and disturbs their whole home and then runs away when the bears come back. Well, my favorite story on the bear theme is Somebody and the Three Blairs, B-L-A-I-R-S. Now, somebody is going to be the little bear, and the Blairs are going to be the humans in the story. So it just takes a little twist on the Three Little Bears story. It is written by Marilyn Tolhurst with illustrations by Simone Abel. One Sunday morning, in a small house on the edge of town, Mr. Blair, Mrs. Blair, and Baby Blair were sitting down to breakfast. "It's such a fine morning," said Mr. Blair. "Let's take a walk in the park." "What a good idea," said Mrs. Blair. "Feed the ducks," said Baby Blair. So they took their coats and a bag of breadcrumbs and set out for the park. While they were gone, somebody came to the door. Somebody knocked, and when no one answered, somebody tiptoed in. He sniffed and sniffed. He looked at the breakfast table. "This food is too dry," said somebody. "This food is too noisy," said somebody. "But this food is just right." He looked for somewhere to sit down. "This seat is too hard," said somebody. "This seat is too wobbly," said somebody. "But this seat is just right." He looked for something to play with. "This game is too noisy," said somebody. "This game is too cold," said somebody. "But this game is just right." He looked for something to drink. "This rain is too hot," said somebody. "This pond is too small," said somebody. "But this stream is just right." He looked for somewhere to sleep. "This bed is too big," said somebody. "This bed is too small," said somebody. "But this bed is just right." When Mr. and Mrs. Blair and Baby Blair came back from the park, they saw the breakfast table. "Somebody's been eating my crunchies," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody's been eating my Crispies," said Mrs. Blair. "All gone," said Baby Blair. They looked around the room. "Somebody's been sitting on my chair," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody's been sitting on my chair," said Mrs. Blair. "Busted," said Baby Blair. They went into the kitchen. "Somebody's been emptying the cupboard," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody's been raiding the fridge," said Mrs. Blair. "Naughty," said Baby Blair. They went upstairs. "Flood," shouted Mr. Blair. "Help," shouted Mrs. Blair. "Lot of water," shouted Baby Blair. They looked in the bedrooms. "It's a burglar," said Mr. Blair. "It's a monster," said Mrs. Blair. "It's a big teddy bear," said Baby Blair. "It's escaped from the zoo," said Mr. Blair. "It's escaped from the circus," said Mrs. Blair. "It's escaped down a drain pipe," said Baby Blair. "Somebody phone the police," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody call the fire department," said Mrs. Blair. "Somebody gone home," said Baby Blair. "Bye-bye. Come again and play tomorrow." And that's the end of somebody and the Three Blairs. I think Baby Blair is my favorite character in the story. Well, tomorrow is our last day in the Google Classroom. I hope you can all join me for our Zoom meeting. I'll share a special slideshow of all of our favorite kindergarten memories of the year. See you tomorrow, my friends.